Hello all and welcome to Wayne's Allotment. It's Wednesday 6th of July. It's just gone 6:15 in the morning, and I thought I'd just give you a bit of a greenhouse update, let you know how things are going on. Got a couple of questions I could do with asking and hopefully putting it out there to you guys in YouTube land should better help me out. But I'll turn you around and you can see what's going on. Comfrey, that I would say is now ready to go out. Bit of a story behind it, but I won't bore you with it too much. Needless to say that I bought it from a well-known auction website. When it arrived, I honestly thought I'd been ripped off, because there was basically just nothing to look at. A very small one or two leaves on some little bits of wood would be the best way of describing it. But it's picked up and there's now 4 clumps there, so they will go out. I'll get and do them. And then moving down, sweet potato. Now, I've never grown this before, and this to me looks like it's doing very well. I've got one out on my allotment and it's nowhere near as good as this, but I did expect that, bearing in mind that sweet potato will grow where it's a little warmer, or shall we say in warmer climes. So I was expecting that, so I'm quite pleased with that. And then this bit of a jungle that's all along here, tomatoes. The best thing I can do really is put you down at the bottom here. As you can see, some really nice tomatoes coming, and you can't, but you know, and here, size of these here are Moneymaker. These, which is this here, this one, these are Fantastico. Now, my only thing is, when I looked on the internet with regards to Fantastico, they weren't big tomatoes like these. It was mainly these, looking at it, it was mainly smaller, sort of almost cherry type tomatoes. Now, I don't know whether these are just a bit of an exception to the rule and have just kept going and going. They've been fed well. Them at the back there, that's the same plant, or another Fantastico plant, but I'm not going to moan at all. These then are Alicante, and there's one at the back, and again, nice bit of fruit coming on them, because I do believe tomato is a member of the fruit family. I may be wrong. Then I've got 4 Shirley, and again, not moaning whatsoever. As you can see, really nice. There's fruit, tomatoes all over, so doing really well. So I'm quite pleased with that. I've had to lash up. There'll be a change for next year, because as you can see, I've had to lash up a bit of a Heath Robinson idea with all this, because using the bags, sorry to jump around with the video, using these bags, it's not really given me a very sturdy base to put my canes into. Next year these will be grown, I think, in builders buckets. My local B&Q are doing builders buckets at, I think it's about £1 each. So rather than use these plastic bags and just loosely fill them, because they've got no real support, or the soil will not support the canes very well, shall we say. So I'm going to use builders buckets. And talking of tomatoes, another tomato here. This is, it's hard to see that, but dark opal. And I can't moan with these. There's fruit on there. There's some more down there. And that's coming along quite nicely. This has been grown as a complete 100% experiment, because again I've got another one of these out on the allotment and I'm very pleased with the way that's going. Now then, cucumbers. I've got 2 cucumber plants here, and this is where, with regards questions, it's got 2 cane supports, and yes, as you can see, some of it is coming up, but some of it has just basically drooped over the pot and is doing its own thing. Now my question is, with cucumbers, do I just train, as can be seen with this coming out and another one coming out there, do I just select 2 of those and try to train them up and over in the greenhouse, or do I leave it and let it do its thing, go its own way? And I mean, there's fruit, you can see there's fruit coming, another one there. I keep sort of moving the leaves around to have a look, but there's that one, there's another one there. So, you know, I'm quite pleased with them, but my big question is, do I keep it pruned back a bit and just let a couple of what would they be, these runners, trusses, whatever, just let a couple of them go up, or train a couple up and over, or, you know, how do I go on with them? I've never grown cucumbers before, and this is, it's all new. Very pleased with what I can see, but a little bit of advice would be helpful. Thank you, please. Thank you. Then on the bench here, a solitary geranium. I'm growing that for my own gratification. It's one that was left over from some I put into some pots, and I thought, yeah, let's, you know, leave it in the greenhouse here, it should do quite well. Some lupins, Band of Nobles mix, they're doing very nice, very pleased with them. A solitary chili, I've got some, this is cayenne, lots of cayenne pepper. Foxgloves, these Excelsior hybrid, well, as you can see there's nothing come of them, but that could partly be my fault, I think, with possibly covering them up a bit too much. And then Camelot Rose, there's a few of them coming through, so I'm not going to moan. Red cabbage, I've had disaster, so I had to bite the bullet and buy for £1 from a garden centre some red cabbage. Roderick is the variety, so they'll be going out. I've got a sort of a plot out for those, and they'll be going out, and that's it. So, as I say, with regards to cucumber, do I just do I let it go wild, do I trim it back and cut off any of the runners that are going where I don't want them to go, and then fruit will develop on them. I can appreciate that, yes, it would be a good thing to cut some of them back, because all the energy in the plant is going to go in making the plant bigger and bigger rather than making the cucumbers bigger and bigger. But if anybody can give me a bit of advice, that would be very, very much appreciated. I'd also like to thank everybody that's subscribed and everybody that's viewed my ramblings. As I've said before, and I'll say again, this has never been a sort of teach people anything, or it's just me putting my allotment stroke greenhouse onto record and sharing with everybody out in YouTube land. I've had some disasters and I've had some good things happen, and it'll no doubt carry on the same. But thank you all anyway for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe, like, dislike, leave a comment, good or bad. It's always nice to have a look and see what people think of my chuntering. And with that, I'll leave you to it, and I'll see you again in the next video. Ta-ra a bit.